Have you ever looked at a trapezoid and wondered, where am I supposed to start? Yes, we've all been there. In this very lesson, I'll show you a simple method that works every time, and by the end, you will know exactly what to do whenever you see a trapezoid area question. So, let's get started. Let's understand what a trapezoid is. A trapezoid is a four-sided shape with one pair of parallel sides. For four-sided, it has one side, 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the four sides of a trapezoid, and two of the sides are parallel. This side is parallel to this side, meaning they can never meet. Here we are given that one side is 2 cm, another side is 3 centimeters. The slanted side is 5 cm and the longer side is 60 millimeters. Take note of these millimeters in this very question. We can call this side base 1. This is the first base, and we can call this side base 2. Let's call this side the height. If you look at this shape, we can see that we can decompose this shape into two geometric shapes. So for a trapezoid, the height is the perpendicular distance between the two parallel bases. So these two parallel bases, the distance between them is our height. So we can decompose this trapezoid into a rectangle and a triangle. If you look at this very edge, you will see that if we draw a straight line that is perpendicular to this base, we'll get an angle that is 90 degrees. So we have two shapes here. Let's call this shape A and let's call this B. So for us to get the area of a trapezoid, this very area, even if you don't know the area of a trapezoid, but you know the area of these two shapes, that is the area of a rectangle and the area of a triangle, you can boldly say that the area of this trapezoid and every other trapezoid is equal to area of rectangle plus area of a triangle. So when we sum these two areas, the area of a rectangle and the area of a triangle, because we have decomposed this into two shapes, shape 1 and 2, we can get the area of this entire shape, the trapezoid. Area of a rectangle is length multiplied by the width. This very length multiplied by this width. So when we multiply these two together, we'll get the area of this shape. Let's put that in parentheses. Then we'll add it to the area of a triangle. This very triangle, triangle B. We know that the area of this triangle is 1/2 of this base multiplied by the height. That will give us 1/2 multiplied by the base multiplied by the height. So the sum of these two areas will give us the area of this trapezoid. First, let's find the area of rectangle A. Area of rectangle A, which is equal to the length, which is 2 centimeters, multiplied by the width, which is 3 centimeters. So the length is 2 cm multiplied by 3 cm. This will give us that the area of this rectangle A is 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. Centimeter multiplied by centimeter is centimeter squared, or square centimeters. So the area of this rectangle A, area of A is 6 centimeters squared. Now let's look for the area of this right angle B. Area of B, that is the right angle, is equal to 1/2 multiplied by the base. What is the base? Base is this distance from here to here. If the entire length here is 6 millimeters, what will be the length of here? What we need to do is to, first of all, we'll convert this millimeter to centimeters so that it will be in the same unit with all other sides. And then we will subtract 2 cm from the converted 60 millimeters so that it will get portion, this base of this triangle. So if we convert 60 millimeters to centimeters, we know that 10 millimeters is equal to 1 centimeters. That means that 60 millimeters will be equal to what? If we cross multiply, that will make 60 multiplied by 1 to be equal to, let's call this unknown side x, will be equal to 10 multiplied by x, which is 10x. 60 multiplied by 1 is 60, equal to 10x. To find x, we'll divide both sides by 10. This will now be 60 divided by 10, equal to 10 divided by 10. 10 divided by 60 is 6. 10 divided by 10 is 1. 10 divided by 10 is 1. 10 divided by 10 is 1. That means that 60 millimeters is equal to 6 centimeters. So this whole length, this is 6 centimeters. Now that we have this entire shape to be on the same unit, centimeters, that means that this length from here to here is the same thing as the side length from here to here, which is 2 centimeters. To get the base of this triangle, all we need to do is to subtract the length of this rectangle from the entire length of this trapezoid, which is 6 cm. That will be 6 minus 2. This will now give us that this side length, this base, will be 4 cm. We now have to substitute this base into our triangle area formula. So this will now be that the area of B, which we said is half multiplied by base multiplied by height. The base, we got it to be 4 cm. That is 4 multiplied by the height. The height is the distance from this parallel line to this other parallel line, which is 3 centimeters. So the height is 3. The area of this triangle B will now be, since this is multiplication, any order does not matter. So we can start from the center. 4 multiplied by 3 is 12. 12 divided by 2, this will give us 6. That means the area of B, triangle B, will now be 6 centimeter squared. Recall that we said here that the easier way to find the area of a trapezoid is to decompose the shape into a rectangle and a triangle. So if we sum the two areas together, which is the area of a rectangle and the area of a triangle, we will now get that the area of the trapezoid should be equal to the area of the rectangle is 6 centimeters squared, 6 centimeters squared, plus the area of triangle B is also 6 centimeters squared. If we sum the two together, 6 centimeters squared plus 6 centimeters squared, this will give us 12 centimeters squared. You don't need to cram any formula for finding area of a trapezoid. Just know the area of a rectangle and the area of a triangle. When you sum the two together, you will get the area of a trapezoid. In this case, we got our area of this trapezoid to be 12 centimeters squared, which we got from adding the area of the rectangle, which is 6 centimeters squared, and the area of this triangle, which is 6 centimeters squared, to give us that this total area is 12 centimeters squared. So you don't need to cram any formula. If you enjoy these lessons and this kind of lessons, kindly click on the like button, then subscribe if you have not subscribed. Turn on the notification button so that you will know when our next episode drops. See you on the next one.